Hello, welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things royal, and today we'll be talking about Meghan Markle's dumpster fire brand, American Riviera Orchard. Terrible name, so lengthy. What does it mean? I don't know. But considering everyone has already spoken about the name and everyone's already, I don't know, gave their 2 cents on what they think about the name of the brand and how crappy it really is, I'm just going to talk about, I guess, other areas, explain why I think that her brand is such a flop, and also I think that this business is not going to be successful. I'll eat my words if I am wrong, but I don't think it'll become successful. I think she's trying to envision Goop, in which I don't think she realized how much work is required. No, I'm not a marketing expert or anything. I'm just giving my thoughts and opinion. Aside from the crappy name, I feel like she doesn't really understand her audience and her fan base. According to The Sun, popularity polls done in 2022 after the Queen's passing, Harry and Meghan are considered popular by people who are aged between 18 and 24. That's in the UK. And then in the US, this poll was done more recent. They found that people between aged 18 to 34 are more favorable of Meghan Markle and Harry, so 36%. Meghan Markle's fan base, or people who are approved of Meghan Markle, are in age groups of 18 to 34. That there I found quite interesting, considering you're really going to sell luxury homeware items to those people. Generally, those people who do buy luxury homeware goods tend to be more older because they are more established in their life, in their career. They have a steady income, and the older they get, especially around the age of 40 to around 50 something, they have more disposable income. However, that age group is not a big fan of Harry and Meghan, let's just say that. As the age group increases to around 50 to 60, even 40s, they tend to be more favorable of Catherine, William, and British royal family. So that's the audience that she should be targeting. However, they're not a fan of her. So she's pushing homeware goods to a young audience who probably are not interested in buying homeware goods, and especially luxury homeware goods, especially in the cost of living crisis, probably don't have a high percentage of disposable income. So it looks like she's totally missed the mark in terms of determining what her target market is. She should be appealing to the younger audience because they're the ones who approve of her more so than the older generations or the older age groups. So for her to have less than 1 million followers on Instagram, that just makes me worried. For her, not for myself. I really don't give a crap about her and her stupid brand. And Harry, 500k followers is pretty pathetic considering Instagram influencers have more followers than her. That being said, this is not her private Instagram page, and there's nothing posted on the Instagram yet. So who knows if there will be a sharp increase once she starts uploading more pictures. But for now, it's sitting in the 500k or close to hitting 600k, but it hasn't reached 1 million yet. And I think that she thought she could, because when they launched Sussex Royal, I think they got over 1 million subscribers within less than 24 hours. And I think in her mind, she still had that support and she was able to still hit those numbers. When in fact, so many people have lost interest in her. A large portion of people who used to support her, I'm sure, were from the UK because that's where the royal family were from. And because that now she's, I don't know, disrespected the British royal family, disrespected their late queen, I know they don't like that. So they're not going to support her. So she's lost a lot of interest from people from the UK, and not to mention other people from the Commonwealth countries like Australia. We love our queen, and for her to disrespect our queen like that, no. We're not going to support you either. The 500k followers on Instagram is a reflection of who's interested in her left, because it seems like no one's interested in her anymore. There's potential that some of the Instagram followers might be fake. I don't know if this is true. I just read it somewhere, but someone in the comments actually said they counted how many likes on the photos, and it's between 190 to 250 likes, and that's a bit weird considering you have 500k followers but you only have a few hundred likes. I'm not going to bother counting the likes and all that. Not interested. I don't even have Instagram, so I'm not going to check, but that's just what I read. And like, also 500k does seem like a lot, but not all of the 500k will convert into actual paying customers. We live in a day and age where social media is pretty much everything when it comes to promoting your brand, but I don't know if she'll actually get back onto Instagram, like actually get back into it, because I feel that she's too scared of criticism. She's turned off all the comments on Instagram. Her ego is too fragile to be able to handle some criticism. And the last point I want to make is that Meghan Markle is just not a very likable person in the slightest at all. And I think that's what's putting people off. They can see through her fakeness. She's not a genuine person, unlike someone, let's just say, like Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez is most of the time not controversial at all. She's very much well liked, especially by the younger generation. So I think that's why she did really well with her launch, especially because she really understood her market as well and her audience. So she knows the current trends and she really tried to push that. So the whole clean makeup look, she knew it was trending, and that's when she pushed it. But also it aligns with her brand too, her natural beauty, that she's always going for that natural beauty look. So it really aligns with her brand and who she is as a person. But she also did, I noticed when she launched her brand, she did a lot of PR, a lot of interviews, a lot of collaborations. She got influencers to push her products. Yeah, I didn't see Meghan doing that at all. And we haven't seen anything from her brand. She actually had a lot of press, Meghan Markle, when her brand first launched. But instead of having a product ready to be able to sell it, her Instagram just sat there. And so what happened was people ended up losing interest because there was nothing to offer. Her website was empty. Her Instagram page was empty. People ended up forgetting about her Instagram page and her brand. So they just moved on to something else. And it felt so rushed because there were no products. So it felt like she was just trying to push the brand out because she was trying to ride on all the royal media attention. Because at that time, everyone was wondering what happened to Catherine. And then with the Diana Foundation thing, and then also what happened, King Charles' illness. So there was a lot of news around the whole royal family, and I felt that she's trying to leverage all the media attention that the family got. Because I know she does this a lot. Every single time they have an event, she starts doing her pep walks, or she does something to get attention, because she knows that while they're in the news and they have attention, she wants to use her royal title to be able to also be pushed up in terms of the search results. Everyone's been saying how, she wants to be the next Goop and whatnot, but the thing is, like, she'll never be the next Goop. The difference between Goop and her stupid brand is the fact that Goop wasn't actually built in a day. Gwyneth Paltrow actually started the brand out in 2008, around there. She didn't even turn it into a business until 7 years later. At the beginning stages of her business, if you can call it business at the beginning, she was just sending out weekly newsletters. And at that time, I think she was just so focused on building a community, a like-minded community where everyone had the same interest. Whether you believe in the whole pseudoscience thing or not, that's up to you. But I know a lot of people do believe in the whole pseudoscience thing, and the fact that she was able to make a community around that. And I feel she actually believes in all that as well. Like, she's very much a pseudoscience kind of person, and it really aligns with what she's selling. At that time, she invested a lot of time and effort and money into Goop when it wasn't even generating any money. She didn't even take outside funding until 2015. And apparently she would go to see all the suppliers herself. She was very involved in the business. What makes her brand also so successful is the fact that Gwyneth Paltrow is actually a very likable person. Initially, I was like, I don't know if I like Gwyneth Paltrow because of the whole Goop controversial stuff going on. But when I watched her interview for some research for this video, I ended up liking her a lot. And what made me like her was her genuineness, the ability to accept the fact and also let everyone know that she makes mistakes and that she isn't perfect. So she was at some kind of forum about ambition, women, about her being the CEO of Goop. And then I think the interviewer or the host asked her why she hired two CEOs at the early stages of Goop. And then she said, because I didn't know what the F I was doing and I needed a grown up to tell me what the heck I should be doing. And that just made me go, wow, she's not perfect. And that's what makes us relate to her so much compared to Meghan Markle. What made me like her even more after that was when the man asked her how she is at the moment and in terms of her running a business, in terms of her being a CEO. And she says, I still don't know what I'm doing, but, I'm learning. So that was very refreshing for someone who is running such a successful business, say that. But that's something we'll never see from Meghan. Meghan likes to tell us how relatable she is, but her actions don't ever show up. With Meghan Markle, she paints herself as such a saint, such a I can't do no wrong kind of person. My life has been great. I can do everything perfectly. I can run a business perfectly. I'm a podcaster. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a royal. I'm a feminist. I'm a author. I'm a fashionista. I'm a great cook. She's just always trying to paint herself in a perfect light in which no one can relate to that because no one's perfect. We love to see the flaw in other people or people who laugh at themselves or people who point out their own flaws because it makes them human, especially when it comes to celebrities. The fact that we put celebrities on such a high pedestal, when they talk about their shortcomings or what they lack, it makes them feel like an everyday person who we can relate to, not a celebrity. And I know Meghan Markle will launch her brand and there's obviously going to be people who are going to buy her products because they're her fans. But eventually those fans they're not going to be able to sustain the business growth and be able to generate enough income for her to continue to grow her business or even sustain it. Because at the end of the day, it's not like her fans are able to buy everything that she has to offer or all her products for her to make money. She needs returning customers who genuinely want to buy her products. Do you guys think that was a fair analysis on her business and her brand? Let me know what you think. I'm curious. But yeah, that's it. Bye.